back, my friends, and happy Friday. This is Lindsay, and I am back with another typing, non-phone, work when you want to, side hustle type job for you. But we are going to do something way different in this video, so just hang tight with me for just a second. When I made a video a while back about 23 beginner typing transcription type jobs, I did include Quicktate and IDictate in that, and I quickly gave an explanation of it, but I do have access as a typer for Quicktate and IDictate and their medical section, so I thought that I would log in and actually show you the Quicktate part of it. A lot of transcription jobs are not just simply listening to the audio and typing what you hear. A lot of them you actually have to follow a style guide, meaning you have to label speakers and speaker changes, and you have to indent paragraphs, and you basically have to format the document you are typing. That is going to be true for the IDictate part, but the Quicktate part of it is more for beginners, and you literally just listen to the audio and type what you hear. They are small voicemail messages. So Quicktate is basically when people leave you voicemails. If you have an iPhone, you've seen it come through before, where when you click on your digital voicemail on your phone, you don't actually have to listen to the voicemail. Some AI has tried to transcribe it, and you can see a little description of what they think the voicemail actually says. That's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be listening to voicemails that people are left, and you're going to be typing them. There is different pay structures that we'll go over in just a minute for all the different types, but this is basically a website you can go to. You just create an account and sign up. Now, you do have to pass a background check, probably because you are dealing with people's personal information occasionally in the voicemails, and then you can just log in when you want to and type. They pay through PayPal. They do pay weekly, but they have a certain pay schedule that they are on and follow. So once I get logged in, I will show you all of that. But real quickly, I just want to ask that if you find this or any of the job leads and videos that I share helpful, please give this video a thumbs up like button. That does give me direct feedback that it is being helpful. And of course, share with all your friends and family. We all want to work from home and have that perfect work-life balance. Now, a few things about pay. There are 3 different levels to Quicktate. First is the Quicktate General Transcription. That is where you're listening to the voicemails and transcribing it. Now, you get paid 1/4 of a cent per word. So yes, it is only 1 cent for every 4 words. Hang tight with me for a minute though. This is supposed to be extra side hustle money. This is not going to be a full-time job. I do want to say that I have made money at it. I have gotten an extra $50, $20, whatever, in my PayPal account. It has helped me when I was struggling with groceries or when I wanted to buy new clothes or something but didn't have extra money outside of bills. But this is not going to replace a full-time job. It is a side hustle for extra money outside of your full-time job. Now, the medical part, the Quicktate medical transcription, is going to pay double that. It's paying 1/2 cent per word, so 1 cent for every 2 words. And then the IDictate part, you do have to follow the style formats and do the multi-speaker files, and in those cases, they are paying the same as the medical. They are paying 1/2 cent per word or 1 cent for every 2 words. Now, if you're a fast typer, you're thinking words like this is. How fast would it take you to type the words this is? That is 2 words and 1 cent, and it probably only took you 2 seconds. So it can add up. But again, we are going to log in and do a few together so you can see what is actually realistic to make. But this one is something if you're sitting on the couch with a laptop while you're watching movies or hanging out with your kids. If you're like me, if you have to watch Frozen for the 20th time and you don't really want to pay attention, but as a parent, you have to sit there on the couch while your child watches Frozen for the 20th time, you can have your laptop out with some headphones in and you can just be typing and making some extra money while you are doing that. That is what I've always used Quicktate for personally. Now again, they do pay through PayPal, so when you create your account, make sure you create it with your PayPal email address. That is going to be important. important. And they do make payments weekly on Monday. So every Monday, if the payday falls on a holiday, payment will be made the next business day. Now they are on a pay schedule. I'll kind of show you that pay schedule. There is a 2 to 3 week delay. So when you start typing, you'll get paid 2 to 3 weeks later. And if you type every week, then your pay will be weekly. So let me just log on in and we'll be right back. All right, once you have an account and have passed the background check and are all set up, when you log in, your screen may look a little bit different than mine. The Quicktate part of it is the English, and you can see it says I am active as my status, and I can click here to start typing. We'll do that in a minute and go over some live how this works. Now, once your account gets created, you do have the option to take different transcription tests, and then you can take the test for the medical to get activated for that, which you see I am showing active for the medical. Right now, there is nothing medical to type, and of course, you can also take tests to get the longer IDictate files, and you can see I am active for that too. And you can see right here, because I do not know how to speak Spanish, I have never taken the Spanish test, but if you do know how to speak and transcribe Spanish, you will have that option as well. So on the side of all of these, you can take the test. Once you pass the test, you are activated for that thing. So I would get activated for as much as you can. Now, they're going to work a little bit different. The regular voicemail transcription, you just log on anytime you want to, and you come over here and you click here to type, and it'll start refreshing your screen, and anytime it gets a voicemail to send to you to type, it'll automatically pop up, start playing, and you just type. Now, for the IDictate things, because those are longer files and handled a little bit different, you will have to, when you log in, click this little box, I'm available to type an IDictate file, and then you can choose whether you want a short file, long file, any length of file. Those are actually sent to you in a different way. They don't just pop up on your screen, if that makes any sense. Now, up here at the top, you see transcribe. This is another way to get straight to the same place as click here to type. It goes to your active work where you're actively logged into transcribe files. You've got your edit profile where you can edit your personal information. Work history. Now, work history is a tab that I love. Every time you submit a job and finish it, it automatically shows up here. And of course, you can see the different sections for Quicktate, IDictate, and sometimes they have different forms too, but you can see the date and time you submitted it, how many words you typed, and what your pay for that single job is, and then it total tallies your total pay too. You can see all of your compensation information of what you're expected to get paid. Now here you can see the different pay periods. So each week is paid on a delay. So anything typed during January 27th to February 2nd would be paid about 3 weeks later. So this is the current week, and it shows that the pay date for this week, anything I complete between January 27th and February 2nd, will be paid out to my PayPal on February 20th. So if you go down last week, so if you choose a different week and hit view transcriptions, of course, I haven't worked in here in quite a while, but you can see the pay week of January 20th that just ended yesterday, January 26th, is paid out on February 13th. So once you have your 2 to 3 week delay, if you're in here typing every week, there is a payday every week, if that makes any sense. But since it is lunchtime on a Friday when I am recording this, I figured there are people that are probably getting voicemails that need to be transcribed. So we are going to move my microphone over to the side. I'm also going to start the stopwatch timer on my phone just so we can get a little bit of idea. Hopefully we do have some files come through. That is one thing about this to note. Sometimes there are busier times than others. The afternoon and evening times I've found have been busier with voicemails coming in than the mornings. Saturday mornings are pretty much dead, but you can make a few extra cents if you're sitting around not doing anything. So we are just gonna click here to type, and you'll see now it just says waiting for a job. This is all you have to do is leave it on the screen. I actually have just my audio coming through my computer right now so that I can record that and you can kind of hear the voicemails coming through too. So I am going to start the stopwatch right now. But this just keeps refreshing, and when a voice file comes through for you to type, it will actually just start playing. So if you are watching a movie with your kids or something, it might be good to have some kind of headphones in, like AirPods or something, so you can just hear it start playing in your ear and you know to go to your computer and start typing.
Jared, it's man. Hey, my sister called. I want you to call her. Then you can tell her what to do as far as sending you the check and how to take care of it. You know, it's like we're going to repay her every month and stuff. So I don't want to touch anything what you have at all, please.
Okay, so this one is a little bit hard to understand. Another thing to note, it'll tell you the job has limits of word count. Some people don't want to pay more than so much for one to be transcribed. So your word count as you start typing is right here. You cannot go over that word limit. If you go over that word limit, you won't be paid. Now, this one is a little bit hard to understand. So you can skip a job if you don't want to do it. This one I feel like I'd have to play back several times, so we are just going to skip this one. Now you hear this file we listened to was 13 seconds long and had no audio. So you'll click the no audio button for this one. If it is in a different language, you will choose the language in this drop down and submit it, and that will go to the Spanish people that can do the Spanish ones. So for this one, we're going to click no audio, and now it goes back to this page and it keeps refreshing to bring you files. So sometimes it can take a few minutes to find a file that you actually want to type, but you can always skip jobs if you don't want to type it. But this is basically how it works. Once you're just logged in, it'll just keep refreshing the page and sending you files. And you see we're starting to pick up pace, although I don't know why we're getting a lot of no audio files right now, but they are starting to come in faster. So again, sometimes are busier than others.
Father Bailey, I thought I would call and say hello. Maybe you're having your lunch. Maybe you're eating your lunch and you don't want to be disturbed. I'm going to get a nice salad, I think, a nice salad. All right. Father Bailey, I thought I would call and say.
Now, sometimes I have to listen to it several times to hear what they're saying.
Hello, maybe you're having your lunch.
And they want you on these, maybe you're having your lunch. They want you to type it just as they say it. So this one has a 396 word limit.
Maybe you're eating your lunch and you don't want to be disturbed. I'm going to.
And so you can pause it while you catch up on typing too.
Got a nice salad, I think. Am I going to? Got a nice salad, I think. A nice salad. All right. All right. Don't let the fairies take over.
Okay, so you see we've finished typing this message and it's 47 words, so it's less than the 396. So we'll hit submit transcription, and it submits that for us and goes back and it refreshes and waits for another file. So that is literally all you do on the Quicktate part. There are no style guides to follow. You just literally type what is being said. Maybe we'll get one more file here, and then I'll show you the work history tab, and it'll show you how much we made for that file we just typed.
Hey, Jesse, how you doing? This is, hey, Jesse, how you doing? This is Ruben Garcia from the fifth. Speaking. Yes, from the fifth speaking.
Oh.
Yeah, I already sent you the proposal for the body. Ruben Garcia from the fifth speaking. Yeah, I already sent you the proposal for the patio and the sitting walls. Give me a call if you have any questions. All right, thank you. Also for the patio and the sitting walls. Give me a call if you have any questions. All right, thank you.
Now, some of the words I didn't feel I could make out, but I did the best I could. We're going to submit transcription. And then again, it goes back to the page and you just sit here and wait for it to send you another file. This is literally all it is, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now I do want to take you over to the work history right now, and you can see these are the two files that we actually typed. The first one was 47 words, and because remember with the pay scale, this is the IDictate, this is the Quicktate one, so this is the lower paying one where it's every 4 words gets a cent. We made basically 11 cents off of that one, 11.75, so rounded up. And then the other file we just typed, it was like 2 sentences, 34 words. We made 8 cents off that one. So total so far we've made is 20 cents, and that's our total jobs. We've typed 81 words and made 20 cents. Now we could keep going and then it would keep adding up, and we'll look back and we might have $5, $10, $15. So sometimes when you're watching movies or whatever and you just want to sit here and do this for extra side hustle money, again, it is not a full-time job. Also, at this point in time, because I was recording the video and everything else, when I said I was going to start the stopwatch, I have now stopped it, and it has been 9 minutes and 42 seconds. So that just kind of gives you an idea of what is realistic. All right, if you've made it to the end of this video, I want to say thank you so much for hanging tight with me through that. I just wanted to do something a little bit different today. Of course, I will be back bringing you regular corporate work from home job leads. So if you have anything specific that you're looking for, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. I hope you have a fabulous Friday.